Leviticus 26 begins with a beautiful list of blessings that God promises if the Israelites remain faithful to His commandments. These blessings include abundant harvests, peace in the land, protection from enemies, and the presence of God among His people. God assures them that if they walk in His statutes and keep His commandments, they will experience prosperity and security. One of the most significant promises is God's declaration, "I will walk among you and be your God, and you will be my people." This underscores the intimate relationship God desires with His people, rooted in their obedience and trust. However, if the Israelites fail to obey God's commandments, the consequences are severe. The curses for disobedience include disease, famine, defeat by enemies, and exile from the land. The progression of these punishments is meant to lead the people back to repentance. But if they remain unrepentant, the curses culminate in total devastation. The chapter outlines a cycle of escalating consequences, emphasizing that persistent disobedience leads to increasingly severe judgments. Yet even in the midst of these dire warnings, God offers hope. If the people confess their sins and humble themselves, God promises to remember His covenant with their ancestors and restore them. Leviticus 27 addresses the laws concerning vows and the dedication of people, animals, houses, and land to the Lord. When someone made a vow to dedicate something to God, it was considered sacred and set apart. The chapter provides detailed instructions on how these dedications could be redeemed or bought back if necessary. The chapter also outlines the valuation of offerings based on the age, gender, and type of offering. For example, a person could dedicate themselves or a family member to the Lord, but if they needed to redeem the vow, they would pay the value assigned by the priest. The chapter concludes with instructions regarding tithes. A tenth of all produce, livestock, and other resources was to be set apart as holy to the Lord. The tithe was a way for the Israelites to acknowledge that everything they had came from God and to support the Levites in the work of the tabernacle.